Yeah,
So
too long.
regarding
Yes.
our history, we have to really go back to year 2005. It was 15 years ago where I got my electronic engineering degree from University of Nottingham. So at that
Yes.
moment, I start my career in Malaysia. I work as a commissioning engineer in an automation industry. So at that time, when 2005, the industry that very popular is by Intel, Western Digital, Hewlett Packard. So they made this hard disk drive. So I was one of the commissioning engineer that my company made their machine, and I have to commission their machine in their factory. So I have a chance to go to Thailand, Philippines to hands on everything on the machine. Yeah. So after that, after I did that, so after 2 years, I was posted to Singapore. Yep. Mm. So in Singapore, I started my career in ABB, one of the 500 Fortune company in the world. Then I started as a robotic automation specialized in a packaging industry. That was my turning point of my career, I would say. Yeah, that was 2008. 2008. So I was given a task to take care of the Southeast Asia market. It was very tough because nobody believed that how robotics can apply to a food industry, because robotics is only applied in a car industry at that time. So it was like 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago. Even in Southeast Asia at that time, nobody know how are we going to apply robotics in uh, food industry. Yeah. So,
Yes.
but yeah, I learned a lot from that time that how we can educate our customer that automation is the future in a food industry. But in my mind, I always want to be an entrepreneur, you know. So I always look for opportunity that what I can do to become an entrepreneur. So by 2010, year 2010, I was given an opportunity that to go to Jakarta, a city that I only went twice before for a very short period. That means I don't know anything about Jakarta. But that is the interesting part that I also on January 2011 I go to Jakarta. I went to Jakarta. To start Indotech Asia. We have zero customer, we have zero contacts, zero knowledge about the place, and then even I have a problem with Indonesian language. You know, at that time I get better now. So it
Very
was very hard.
fantastic.
No, it was very hard, you know, for new kids on the block to come to try to sell something that costs $1 million to our customer, to the customer, and then they don't believe, and then there's a lot of rejection, you know. But yeah, because I'm not somebody who already familiar with the customer, so I really start from totally zero, blank, no customer, no nothing. Yes. So what I have is, of course, our knowledge, then my skill, then our belief that our capability to giving a solution to the customer, and then after then what we believe is our after sales service. Definitely, even at that time, 2011, when we don't have a single customer, but we already hire two engineers, but they come and left because we don't have so many things for them to do, you know. So they get boring and they go, they come and go. So yeah, we get started on after 3-4 years, I would say on 2015. So we get our customer believe in us, and then we get our first big order. So at that time, we start to put our name in the market, and then now we managed to become one of the main player in this industry. But there are still so much room to improve that I can see in this industry, and in this food industry. Yes. Yeah, that is our brief history. Yeah.
You are not only good in marketing, but you are also very good in technical and engineering. So the company Indotech,
that's what I start.
Yes.
I mean,
because your background
as
from
an
engineering.
Yeah.
And then
true.
your former company, you work for your former company, you're always traveling for around the world, around the Southeast Asia, for do the technical service and then for do the marketing also. That's why this is your strength point to starting the business in Indonesia. So you are very successful now. You start with business very young last time.
Not very young. I start at 29 years old. 29 years old.
29 years, but very mature already. So
I remember then. I recall at 29 years old, I don't know anything about Jakarta, but what made me want to try? Then I just say that okay, let's go and try. If after 3-4 years I don't success, then I can still come back to Singapore and find a job. But I never come back anymore.
But you never come back because you are successful in Indonesia.
I mean, I find it okay. Yeah, I find it. We are in a position that customer trust us, and then we are one of the main player in this industry now. Yes.
You very nice story and very inspiring and very motivating story. You start a business from the zero to hero now. So in Indonesia, who are your customer? Especially for the company customer, Indotech Asia customer.
Yeah. So I cannot list them all, but I think we have a lot of customer. We have more than 100 over installation, I think now. But a few that I can list is like Arnott's, and then Orang Tua Group, Nabati, Indofood, Ceres, and then Ajinomoto, Kartika Sari from Bandung, and then Union in Medan, and then Sari Roti, L'Oreal, and a lot more. I mean, I cannot list them all, but these are they are all very important to us that give their trust to us. Yes. Yeah.
So it's very nice to hear that all your company customer is a big company. They all are the big company in Indonesia, especially for the food and beverage company. How can get the trust from them?
Okay. Actually, is first. I mean, we are not selling a cheap machine, so we have to target our prospect customer who can afford our machine. That is the first thing that we do. And then, of course, when you buy an expensive machine or you buy an expensive car, you expect a better service. It doesn't that you buy the car and then you doesn't need anything. So our after sales service is the main point that our customer can trust us. That when the customer buy from us, they know that they have the guarantee that they will have after sales service. We are not an agent and we are not a broker. I mean, we position ourselves as that since the beginning of our company, that we do not want to be a broker and we didn't have any product to sell. We don't sell machine, but what we sell is our service and then our solution to customer. That is one of the points. So how to get their trust? I think is by keep giving them our best value. So I see there's somebody asked what is the price range of the machine here.
Yes, I want to inform that Awi Coffee is one of the coffee producent in Binjai, Medan, North Sumatra. It's very famous brand in Medan. So Awi Coffee already export to overseas and then is coffee product around Indonesia. Already sold to around Indonesia. So
I hope to meet him one day.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
very nice and very young entrepreneur, very success entrepreneur, especially for the coffee.
Okay, and I love coffee as well, as you know. So yeah, to
Yes.
answer that question,
Okay.
I
Yes.
mean, the cheapest of the machine can go around 25,000 USD to the most expensive one that we sell is about 1 million USD. Of course, 1 million USD is not the ceiling. You know, we did propose a 5 million USD project, but we didn't get the project, unfortunately. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So
How about
it's
the guarantee for the machine
oh,
after
oh
selling, after sales? Did
uh,
company Indotech Asia give the guarantee for all the customer?
oh yes, yes.
And then how
Actually,
long? And then how long guarantee usually?
all wow.
How
I
long?
mean, okay. I see this Awi Coffee has a lot of questions to ask. You know, I think we have to
He is
go
interested. Yes,
personal, you know,
yes, yes.
or personal
He is very
to discuss
interesting
with
about the
him.
packaging machine. Yes, yes,
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I think
yes.
when this COVID-19 finish, I will travel to Medan and I hope to meet him.
Yes,
Yes.
we are very welcome to you, Mr.
Yeah, yeah.
Medan. Okay,
Sure, sure.
you can
So,
go. Yes,
about the guarantee of the machine, of course, every seller will tell you, I mean, that they will give a 1 year guarantee, you know, of the
yes,
machine. But this is only on the
yes,
paper. And then, but what happened if you want to buy a machine, I would suggest that you check on the one who sell you, you know, uh, whether they have a after sale service and how many
yes,
after sales service they have. I mean, a lot of
yes,
people just hire one or two after sales service engineer just to show their customer that I have a after sales service, you know. But the point is, I think as Indotech Asia, from the beginning, like I said just now, we already hire, I mean, a lot of engineers. So now we have about 12 engineers that is servicing our customer. Even in
a
this
fantastic number.
COVID-19,
Yes,
yeah. Even in this COVID-19, that a lot of business stopped. I mean, I feel sorry about that. But the one that busy now is our engineer. So we take this opportunity to serve our customer on all their machine, and then when we try to solve their problem and
yes,
all the things then that we can do for them. So what is the guarantee? The guarantee is I think the brand that we carry is Indotech Asia is the guarantee. I mean, not me. So when you buy
yes,
from Indotech Asia, you know that this is the culture of all our engineers, all our
yes.
team, that we will give you the service that when you give us a call, I mean, we will be there on the maximum amount of time is 48 hours. We will be there, definitely. Yes, so this is the guarantee that we can give to our customer, not only on the paper, but it's the commitment, you know, that we can give to our customer. Because a lot of customers, they buy machine from China, Europe, Japan, but when they have problem, the problem is that I can see sometimes it's not the machine problem, it's the operator
Yes,
problem as well. Because
yes,
you know, we have to understand that Indonesia is not a highly educated country. I mean, there's only how many percent that go to SMP or SMA. I don't know. Maybe you know better, Pak Sen. I mean, how many percent is it?
Almost SMP SMA, yeah, almost 70%, I think.
70%. How about
Yeah, 70%.
how about like SMK? You know, like a Scholar Technique.
Yes, this equivalent, all of the grade
Yes.
is almost 70%.
Yeah, yeah.
70%.
So, after I understand the culture of Indonesia, so actually a lot of time is the operator that doesn't know how to operate the machine that cause the machine not running. So when they call us, we will not ask what happened. We will just go there in 48 hours. This is just happened like 2-3 days ago with Kartika Sari or even PT Union. So we will just go there and we will just do our service, because we know that this is a customer has this kind of problem, and it's not our we should not pinpoint on their problem, but we should try to solve their problem. So sometimes it's not because of the machine problem. All machine has a problem, but I can see that a lot of time is the operator, when they receive a new machine, they don't know how to operate it. So they will try their best, and then after that they will do something wrong. But it's very normal. It's very normal when you have a new toys and then you try to do it and then you have a problem with it, So Indotech Asia will, this is what we understand, and we always go there when the customer call. Yes. Yep.
After do a service for the customer, and then the engineer will do or making some report for the customer or for the company. So after they got the problem, and then they can open the report, and then they can do a running for the same the engineer teaching before.
Usually
write some standard operating procedure for them, so they know very well, and then this is the a lot of problem like that because the education problem.
Yes. Basically, we will train the operator on site. That is a must that we will do. And then second, because this machine was coming from China or Japan or Europe, so the manual book is not in Indonesian language. As an operator, it's very hard for them to find it, with us. Like a machine from Japan, they have like few hundred pages of manual books. So nobody will read it, as you know. So our engineer will make a manual instruction like 5 pages or 6 pages that we know that is.
You mean the summary? Yes.
Yes, a summary
for the running the machine.
Yes, correct. Something like a summary. So for the operator, that what is important to operate, and then what they should do and what they should not do. So it will be more easier for this for them to operator to do it. Yes, this is what we provide. I don't think there's any company that do that. Our competitor that do that. I never see that. But we do it.
Yes. Because now already know why Indotech Asia is become a very reputable company. That's why the company give the best service to the customer. One question from the Awi Coffee. So the machine for the packaging industry is the custom or what?
Basically it's custom made. Yeah, it's a custom made.
Yeah. So the customer, if they need the specific design for the packaging machine, so Indotech Asia can provide it.
I should say this is Indian machine. It's not a ready machine because, for example, like Awi Coffee, if he wants to pack 500 gram, 1 kg, or 2 kg, so this may have the same machine, but there will be some parts that will be different. Like the sealing will be different from 500 to 1 kg, and then the bag size will be different. So we need to design the tube to be different. So the main of the machine will be the same, but there will be some things that we need to redesign, that custom made based on what their product. Yes.
I think Awi Coffee is very interesting about the packaging machine for the coffee. No, maybe I will give your company, or can I give your phone number or your
sure
for Awi?
Okay. Sure. Definitely.
Okay. After
the Gazette. Yeah, because pouch and gazette is very normal. But I believe now you are doing I believe Awi Coffee now is you buy a pre-made pouch and then operator put it in the pouch and then weigh it. Is it?
I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Neo, it's very interesting to hear your story. Yeah, to become the one of the reputable company. You build up a best company in Indonesia, even in Southeast Asia. So, what is company strategy to become of the best in Indonesia, even in Southeast Asia? What's your company strategy? I guess one is the best service, and then the another one strategy besides the best service. Maybe the quality of the machine. Maybe I think it's the quality of the machine. The human resource.
This is very tough question. I mean, let's do this. As for my company, I mean, first is of course is the best after sales service that we can do. Definitely we can do. If a quality of the machine, I would not say the quality of the machine. I mean, we sell a quality of the machine, but we do also sell. Okay quality. Why? Because there's a market also. People just want an okay quality that they can accept it, and then they can operate. They don't want to spend a lot of money.
Yes. The company needs to offer the best quality and then also the best price.
Yes. So it's very much depends on our customer need. So first I will assess our customer product. For example, if their product is they just want to try the market, I mean they should go for the cheaper machine. But when their product is already matured, they should go for a more reliable machine. Yeah, that is one, But to become the best company, I never think about that, Let's do this way.
But in Indonesia, everyone now.
Yeah.
In Indonesia, Mr. Neo, in Indonesia now, a big company, everyone know about the Indotech Asia for the packaging and food and beverage industry. No. If we're talking about the packaging, yes, the big customer in Indonesia, they are know very well about the Indotech Asia.
Yeah, they know us already. Actually, most of them know us. Yeah. I don't know. To become the best, I never think of that. Because I always believe that a business is an infinite game. Game. That means there is no end to. I mean, how are we going to say we are the best because we have the most money? I mean, we have the most employee, and then we have the most cash flow. I mean, how to gauge that? I really don't know. I mean, let's do a discussion rather than I answer. If you have anything, you can tell me. Like I can see, like this a COVID-19. When we say the best company, like Boeing, HSBC, Traveloka, I mean they are valued as a billions dollars company. But this company going to lay off so many employees. So many people will have no job, and then they will go back to their family and say that, oh, I lost my job, I cannot feed you anymore. I mean, I feel empathy, but they work for the best company, don't you agree? I mean, so
yes, I agree. Very best company, but during COVID-19, the company cannot do anything because the impact is very far, impact the humanity, the healthy, and then for the environment also impact a lot of impact. Yeah.
So actually, it's true that it's have a very big impact. But this started from February. I think COVID-19 started February in China, everything. But I mean, if a best company, you don't have a 6-month cash flow to hold your company, how can you say that you are a best company?
Yes,
so
agree.
So I really don't know. Maybe they try to preserve their money so that they don't have to pay for their employees so much, which is I can understand. but I mean, we should not say that it's the best company. I never. Of course, it's not me to say I'm nobody. It's not my argument to say that. But what I'm trying to say is like, as Indotech Asia, actually, even from the beginning, we already prepare for this kind of crisis. So we have enough cash flow to go through all of this. I mean, we will not cut our employee, and they will have their full benefit, and also they will have their 13-month salary. This is what I can promise. So my vision.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes, your vision. You can continue. Your vision. Yes.
No,
it's very
but my
interesting
vision
to hear.
For Indotech Asia, I mean, like I said, business is an infinite game. So I dream to have a 100 years company. So in fact, I already planning now. I mean, in Asia, the only country that has a 100 years company is, I think, Japan, and then Germany. They have a small and a mid-sized company who has a 100 years company. Yeah, but that is my goal. So we want to stay lean. We want to stay small. I mean, I think we will control our headcount to about 50 people. I mean, that will be our. So I can maybe. Awi Coffee have a 75 people. I mean,
Awi Coffee have 75 people.
That's good. I mean, that's good. Yes. So we want to arrange it in to be in a 50 people company that we will provide all our company employee with all their full benefit, and I will be very happy with them. Awi Coffee already 75 years, he said, is it?
Yes, Awi is the third generation from the Awi Coffee family business.
Oh, so 25 more years to go to 100 years company, yes.
Starting from his grandfather starting this business till now is the third generation. From the Awi, now the Awi Coffee do expansion now for the around the Indonesia, and then do an export for the Asia. Then the customer are very happy because they ask to repeat the order every month. Very
wow, that's nice. I wish it will go until 100 years. I believe it will.
You should try Awi Coffee. The coffee name, the best coffee is the Kopi Jantan is very good. Very good.
Kopi Jantan. Oh, my father like it a lot.
Same, I very like it also.
Yeah.
Okay.
My father like it a lot. Yes.
We all are the coffee lover.
It's true.
Okay.
So I think that we just keep improving. I mean, keep educating ourselves, and keep giving the best solution to our customer. Yes, that will be. We will continue doing this rather than looking that we are the best, or we are number 2, or we are number 3. I mean, we just keep doing what we can do the best, and then we will.
Yes.
We will. Actually, I never see where our competitor are. Because I think I try to do our best rather than to look at our competitor and try to follow their step. Yes.
It's very interesting. So about the improving for your company, how you do that?
No, I mean, improving is like first like our engineers. Like I said, we are very particular in after sales service. So like we send
Yep. Yes, you send your engineer to the principal or the training center for learning for the training.
Yes, so definitely we send our engineer to Japan, to China, to Korea, to have their training like twice a year. Like this kind of COVID, there's a lot of we just finished a few projects, and then this project is like it's a very big machine in Ajinomoto. And
yes, it's very big company.
Yeah, and we did it without any engineer coming from overseas. That's because we have a experienced engineer, and in our industry, a lot of people know that it's not easy to do it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not
Are we
easy
asked
because
for?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
No,
Yes.
are we asked for
Are
you
you
in
asked for
packaging? Yes,
Where is your
I
yeah.
Yes, I did, because I work in ABB Robotics, specialized in packaging before I started the company in Indonesia. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we continue our discussion. So, does
Yeah.
packaging automation? We talking about the automation machine for the food and beverage company. Does packaging automation affect productivity and production efficiency, according to your experience?
It does. I mean, definitely it does. Definitely it does. But it also a problem if you don't understand what is automation. I mean, because I started automation like 15 years ago, 2005.
Yes.
But when I came back to Indonesia, not many people know about automation. So only like these 3-4 years, our customers start to talk about automation. So what is automation actually? A lot of people think automation is just like connecting a few machines together and then you run it and then that is automation. Actually, that is not automation. That is just a connecting machine together. So automation is yes. The advantage of automation is like it will give you a minimum mistake. And then it will increase your productivity, your efficiency, and then your output. So it will give you a better idea of a projection of how your products will go, and then how your capacity you can achieve. Okay, but automation is also you have a minimum flexibility. So it's not like a human. Human you can do a lot of things. For example, I sell a robotics to this company, Mayora.
Yes.
So what happened is like their bag, they need to put this bag into a carton, But all this time, this bag is bigger than the carton. But as an operator, you can just simply put it and then you twist it and then you can put it, But in automation, you cannot do it because it's a machine who is working for you. So you will. So the problem is we cannot solve that problem because in Indonesia it's like, oh, this is my product, okay, you have to solve it. So it's not it's not working that way. So before my customers said that, I mean, nowadays a lot of customers ask me to propose them automation. I mean, I'm very happy to do that, but I will look at the upstream machine, whether is it sufficient enough to have an automation, because that will make a lot of different in pricing, and then a lot of different in a proposal how we are going to make the automation. So if the upstream machine is not sufficient for automation, I will advise them to improve their upstream machine rather than to do automation. Yes, because I mean, too much automation also will be a headache. So this is. So I will always do that. I mean, I will see that whether they can do automation in their factory, and I will give them my honest opinion that you should do this rather than you think of the automation. Because in Indonesia, the thing is that people think automation is to cut people.
Yes.
That is only one of the small reason actually for automation.
Actually, it's not the automation strategic. Only cut the people, replace to the machine. This is the small idea. Yes,
that is only the small idea. But actually, automation will give you a lot of, will give you a better productivity, like I said, efficiency, and then you have a less waste, lower running costs, and then minimum human intervention, which is very important in food because of the hygiene, and then better statistic and the projection of your future production and your revenue. Actually, this is all. It's like It's like a system automation, ERP. We are talking about ERP.
ERP.
Why people want to spend so much money to have an ERP, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they want to have a data, a projection that they can project the future, how the business will go. I mean, that is what we do in automation. It's the same like in a machine, you know. So automation will help, but you have to really plan it before you do an automation, because if not, then you will have a lot of problem when you try to squeeze your automation into your factory. Yeah, that is I mean, so first advice is like you have to really plan your automation before you do it. I mean, even before you start your project, your line, you know, whether you have enough space to do it, how you want to transfer your product to one place to another place, and then you have to understand that automation is standardization. You know, it's not flexibility. People is very flexible. They can do whatever they want, you know, but automation is not. So, but that is compensated by just now all the advantages of the automation, that you will have a minimum mistake and a maximum productivity when you do the automation right. Yes. Mm-hmm. So
usually the company, yes. Continue,
so,
Mr.
No, so the summary is like I would say that automation will be the future in the food industry. That we will try to have a better automation in every factory. But how to do that is still you know, is not many people know how to really do that. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. For the usually the company, usually the question is if I do or running or buy automation for our production line, how long can break even point? This is the normal question. Usually most of the company ask for it, because company need to break even and then to bring his money back before after they do the investment for the machine in the manufacturing.
Okay, I'm a machine seller. I mean, I sell automation. So, if you are the customer, how many years you want the payback?
Yeah, normally how many years? 5 years is is normal.
Usually 5 years is normal, but nowadays customer looking at 3 years.
The payback for the 5 years.
Hello.
Yeah.
Actually, 5 years is normal, but nowadays customer looking for 3 years payback.
So, how to convince the customer? Because normally for 5 years, because if the for the after 5 years the machine can need to change or to replace another machine, or can use this machine for how many years?
No, actually machines, you can keep using the machine as long as you do a good maintenance to the machine. It's just like a car actually. There is a wear and tear, you know. So to precisely answer your question, how many years to break even, I have to go back to my explanation that whether do you plan your automation, do you plan your automation before you try to do your automation, you know. For example, you have 500 packs per minute product. Yes. 500 packs per minute product. So your upstream packaging machine, you can have 5 packaging machine, which is a 100, 100, 100, 100, or you can have a 2 packaging machine, which is 250, 250.
Yeah.
So the back end of the automation will be a lot easier when you handle 2 machine.
Yes.
So that's why it's very important your upstream machine, that what is your upstream packaging machine, how many machine that you want to automate, that will become the cost. Yes.
So how the company Indotech Asia give the solution, and then if let's say one of the company needs to buy a machine for the cutting cost and then for the improve their productivity, before give the quotation, any marketing or any sales manager visit the customer to see the upstream and then discuss, and then after that give the solution. So the solution will match the customer requirement. How can company do that?
Okay, there are a few things. One, if we are talking about automation, definitely we need to go there and look at the plant. But if you're only buying a machine, it depends on what is the machine you're buying. So usually we would like to go there and have a look at the products. But during this COVID, sometimes people will just give us the spec and then we will propose the machine. But like you said that we have to go there basically to talk to our customer and then to see their product, to see their production, how they are handling, and what is the specification that they would like to have, Yes, and then we have to explain that what is the limitation of our machine and what is the advantage of our machine to our customer. So we have to understand our customer before we really know what happened. Yes.
Yes. Yes. How about your opinion for the food and beverage industry for the future? Is need to do automation for all machine for the better competition?
Not all machine, because some of the product or some of the production cannot do automation. For example, if you have many type of products, I mean, it's very hard to do automation if you have many type of product, because like I said, that automation is a standardization. If you don't have a standard product, so it's really hard to do an automation. It's not possible, but it's really hard. But you have to pay a very high price to do an automation for the one. But if you have a standard product that you already produce every day, all the same product or like 2 or 3 types of product, then you can do automation on that one. Yes. But basically in Indonesia, when they want to do automation, they will think that how many people I will save. That is the normal thinking.
This is normal because the cutting, basically is for the cutting production and employee costs. So the future of the food and beverage industry in Indonesia.
In Indonesia, I don't know, but I can see that as a machine maker, we try to improve on the environment. I mean, first, we try to save the packaging material. How we can save packaging material by how many millimeter? So when you say that one packs you can save by how many millimeters, so you can save a lot in an hour, So that is that is from the environment point of view. So even the heat sealing, now we don't use a heat sealing, we will use a ultrasonic sealing, but that is still in a very beginning stage.
Okay. Yes. What is the difference the ultrasonic seal and compared to heat seal?
Okay,
technology,
heat seal.
The latest technology is ultrasonic seal. Yes.
Yes. So heat seal is you are using heat to seal your products, which means you will produce a carbon dioxide. Yes. This is one of the things. Ultrasonic is you will have how many hundreds time of vibration within a minute that you will seal the one. So basically, is a so-called more environment causes, and then it also will have a better appearance on the ceiling. Yes, but
for the future, you suggest for use the ultrasonic sealing for the future is good for environment.
Not now.
Good for not now. But
not now, but for the future, yes.
How long?
I would say it's about 5 years from now.
5 years from now, yes. Thanks to ultrasonic sealing, all the manufacturing for the food and beverage industry.
For the food industry, yes.
For the food industry,
because it takes time to change for this one, they will have a different packaging material, everything. Yes.
How about the cost? The The cost of the
the
sealing
cost,
ultrasonic higher than the normal or the
yes, definitely is higher.
yes. How
Yes,
high?
definitely is
One
higher.
time, two times?
I think it's about 50% higher. Yep.
50%. 50%. I think is not so high. Yeah, only 15%. But in my opinion, so how to convince the customer for the next future sealing is the ultrasonic? What's the reason?
Okay. Is first of all, if they want to change to ultrasonic, they have to change all their packaging material. This is something that they do not want to do.
Yes.
I mean, immediately, you know.
A high cost. Yes.
Yes. So
really high cost. Yes.
It's very high cost. So this is not something that easy to convince when you want to change everything. But as a machine maker, they are developing this one because we can see that this will be the more environment conscious. First, especially like a country like Japan, and then they are more environment cautious, you know. So they will do it not because to save money, because as they really feel responsible as a human being on this world, that they try to help this world a little bit more. That's all. But in Indonesia, it's really hard, I think. In Indonesia, I think profit comes first.
Yes. All the businessmen always see the profit and loss.
Yes.
How long I can
So,
bring even point? Yes.
yes. So,
Yes. Yes. Beside the food and beverage industry,
yes.
the Indotech Asia is now the focus in this area. So, what is the focus of your company going forward?
Actually now we are going into a cosmetic industry as well, like and household industry. So like we are lucky enough to work with L'Oreal, and then also Mitra Pack, which is a co-packer of Unilever. So because our machine is almost identical with the food industry, so we can use it for the pharma industry and also the food industry. So cosmetic industry will be the one that we want to penetrate. Yeah.
Yes. The cosmetic industry, and then the pharmacy, and then beside the cosmetic and pharmacy industry, and then the another industry is not your company focus?
Pharmacy not yet. Pharmacy not yet, because pharmacy is not an easy easy market, because you need a GMP, everything, all the certificate, which we are not so expert in that. I mean, our machine can perform what they want to do, but all this documentation is like is not yet. We are not the expert on that one, so we don't want to go there yet. So we want to go to the cosmetic industry at this moment. Yes.
Yes. Still focus the big the major company, the major customer is still the food and beverage industry.
Yes. Because I think there's still a lot of potential in this food industry. Yeah.
Especially for the now we are talking about the industry 4.0. So how about what do you think about the industry 4.0? What is the meaning of the 4.0 industry?
I think I think industry 4.0, there's a lot of
is automation for the machine, all the machine, or
there's a lot of explanation of 4.0, but I don't know which one is correct. But my understanding is it's a lot of machine in a one line from this oven until packaging until the warehouse, everything. So when one of the machine slow down, and they will talk to each other, so all the machine will slow down, and then it will keep. There will be a lot of data transferring between each other. That is one of the explanation. Another explanation is you have to open your customer have to open all their machine for their supplier to access their machine. So the supplier will know that what happened to their machine, and the supplier can act accordingly to what happened to the machine. But for me, like this is not really visible at now. Even I don't see it in Europe. Anybody do that yet? Don't talk about Indonesia, but even in Europe, is that nobody do that yet. So it's not something that is happening. I mean, it's a topic that are talking right now, but it's not happening yet. It's just like you are talking about artificial intelligence. It's a topic, but it's not something that happened now. Yeah, it's just like Industrial 4.0. It's like it's a topic right now, but it's not something that happened right now, actually. So it's still very. I mean, there's a lot of people with a lot of explanation about Industry 4.0. But for me, I still don't understand what is the real meaning of Industry 4.0. That is what I understand, but whether I understand it correctly or not, I'm not sure. Yes.
Yes. Very interesting. So we are talking. Our discussion is almost 1 hour. It's very interesting. Very
Thanks
fantastic.
a lot. Thank you.
I know a lot of automation for packaging and beverage and food and beverage industry from your company. Is very interesting. I think our friends from Instagram or the businessmen also interesting about this topic today. So for the last question, your advice for the food and beverage industry, your personal advice as a CEO.
I mean, the industry is too big, to be frank, and
too big. Yes.
And there's some people that is more experienced than me, better than me to give this advice. But I really, the only thing that I can do is to advise our customer in automation industry and in a packaging industry. So if anybody I welcome anybody who want to ask anything about packaging machine and then automation. I mean, I feel welcome. You can just drop me in Instagram or wherever. I will try to help and then to share my experience with you. But advice in this industry, I don't have one, because it's really too big, and then I'm not qualified to give this advice. Yes.
And then advice from you as a company, as a CEO and then company for the machine for the food and beverage industry, especially for the automation. A simple advice, maybe keep improve or what?
For the machine industry, I think that it will keep improving, but I can see also that people keep buying cheaper machine, so that is also something that is we have to take note. So it really depends. Now you can just buy anything from internet. So the e-commerce is very big. So I think we need to really think how to position ourselves. Whether one day we can really do e-commerce business with this packaging machine. Although it's not very easy the way that I see. But I don't have any advice. But this is what I can think that we will keep improving on how to serve our customer. Actually, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Mr. Neil. This very interesting discussion today. I hope your company continue to grow in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, stay safe. Okay,
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. See you.
See you. Bye bye.